All right, everybody, welcome back to the First Alert Desk. We're here with your top stories at 1 o'clock on this Friday. I hope you're having a wonderful end to your work week, a look ahead at the weekend. And I'm going to drop my graphic for a little bit so we can take a look at Atlanta. Beautiful skies right now. It is weekend weather for sure. But ahead of the weekend weather, as our meteorologist Cutter Martin told you, if you were with us earlier this morning, we do have some first alerts for you. We'll have more information for you on that on AtlantaNewsFirst.com and in the free Atlanta News First app, as well as our First Alert weather app. Make sure you have that downloaded so you can plan around those events. All right, let's get into some of your top stories. I want to start with this out of Norcross. 2 teenagers have been charged in a deadly shooting. Now, Norcross police tell us they arrested a 16-year-old and 15-year-old for the murder of Andres Castillo, whose body was found in a parking lot on Graves Road about 2 weeks ago. Now, according to investigators, the accused teenagers are going to be charged as adults in the case. And in news that's making headlines not just here in Atlanta, but really nationally, former President Donald Trump, we learned a few moments ago, attorneys for Trump are planning to appeal Fulton County Superior Court Judge Robert McBurney's ruling that rejected their attempts to quash the special grand jury report into Trump's alleged attempts to overturn Georgia's 2020 election. Now, that filing also seeks to disqualify District Attorney Fani Willis from further pursuing the investigation. It all comes as we wait for what Fani Willis has described as a historic announcement and what many believe will be the potential indictment of Donald Trump and his allies out of Fulton County for charges related to an investigation into efforts to overturn the 2020 election. Now, preparations for that possible announcement are already underway. We have learned from Fulton County Sheriff's Office that Pryor Street between MLK Drive and Mitchell Street will be closed to general traffic starting Monday at 5 a.m. That will remain in place through August 18th. We're also told the courthouse in Fulton County Government Center will remain open to the public. Pedestrian traffic in the area is allowed, but there will be absolutely no public parking anywhere on the perimeter of the courthouse on either side of the street. And here's a map here for you so you can kind of visualize it. All of that as part of precautions that Fulton County Sheriff's Office is taking ahead of what Fani Willis has described as a historic announcement. We'll keep you updated on that and more. We actually have a landing page on our free Atlanta News First app with the latest developments in all of Trump's indictments and what is happening here locally in Fulton County. Make sure you stay up to date with us by having that app downloaded to your phone so you don't miss a thing. All right, and let's talk a little bit about the Beltline. Crews are clearing another path along Atlanta's Beltline, this one in Midtown near Piedmont Park. Now, once complete, the Northeast Trail will connect Midtown, Virginia Highland, and Morningside. The project comes after Georgia's elected leaders secured $25 million in federal grant money to make this happen. Amanda Rose has the latest.
Good morning. Big day. This 0.9 mile stretch of the Beltline runs alongside and through Piedmont Park here from Monroe Drive to Westminster Drive. The southern end will meet at the East Side Trail and the northern end will meet at the Northeast Trail, which will be finished this fall. All of it tying together the neighborhoods of Midtown, Virginia Highland, and Morningside. In the meantime, our Georgia leaders in Washington helped secure $25 million in federal grant money to help finish Atlanta's Beltline. The money will be used to create a 2.2-mile network of multi-use trails in Northeast Atlanta, connecting the Beltline to a MARTA transit station for the very first time. It's something leaders hope will lead to new jobs, housing, and much more.
This continued Beltline expansion will connect people to essential transportation and the best that our region has to offer in housing, jobs, and entertainment.
And through the bipartisan infrastructure law, we are delivering a major investment in accelerating its completion.
Transportation leaders are also working to create more safety improvements for pedestrians at the intersection of 10th and Monroe Drive. The construction will take about 12 to 18 months. At Piedmont Park, Amanda Rose, Atlanta News First.
And it is the start of a new school year for these school districts: Carroll County, Dawson, Gilmer, Hall, Madison, Towns, Troup, White, and Habersham counties, all welcoming students back to class and joining tens of thousands of students that have started earlier this week. Keep in mind there will be more school buses, more students on the road, so just be careful as you're going on your morning and afternoon commute that there will be more traffic and expect delays. All right, but I want to talk about this. As exciting as it is to welcome students back to school, it's also a stressful time for parents and even teachers who are trying to get their classrooms together. School supplies can cost as much as $1,000 for a single teacher just trying to get ready for their young learners. So Georgia's own credit union decided to step in. Here's that a view at Fulton Academy and a special surprise for some appreciated educators.
Kids are gonna love all this stuff.
Dozens of teachers in retail heaven.
Oh, I like this. Thank you.
Stocking up on essential school supplies like markers, Sharpies, crayons, and scissors, and even some yummy snacks for the kiddos. The event made possible by Georgia's own credit union, donating $3,000 worth of supplies for the 28 classrooms here at Atlanta's Fulton Academy. The heartwarming surprise bringing smiles and laughter to preschool teachers like Bridget Colbert King.
I was very excited.
King tells us she runs out of school supplies lightning fast, especially disinfectant wipes. That means she's reaching into her own pocket on a pretty regular basis.
It does get pretty expensive, but my kids need it, so we buy it. I just make a way.
Of course, teachers are underpaid, and so a lot of times they have to reach into their pockets. You know, even school budgets, we have limits on that.
Principal Siobhan Mincy is thankful the teachers here are being rewarded for everything they do. And with Fulton Academy often listed as a Title I school, she knows the school supplies mean the world to families who can't afford them.
Organizations like this who come in and just want to give, just to be kind, like, it's really important, and it's not always as popular to do that. So we're very grateful for the credit union for doing that.
And for those teachers, that is going to be a huge help for the school year as they navigate through the year, helping those young learners get everything they need, helping their classrooms stay up clean and up to date and stocked up with those necessary supplies. All right. A lot of you are still in work mode, at least for a couple more hours before the weekend is officially here. And let me ask you this, especially if you're watching us on YouTube. Let me know if you're a hybrid worker, because according to a new study by real estate company Commercial Search, Atlanta came out on top as the #1 city for hybrid workers. Now, the study examined 70 major U.S. cities and found that Atlanta had the highest amount of hybrid workers. It also had the highest co-working space density, which is where workers from different companies share the same space office. I actually didn't know that was a thing until I read that, so the more you know. Following Atlanta was St. Louis, who came in at #2, followed by Tampa, Pittsburgh, and Cincinnati. All right, thanks for joining us for a look at your top headlines. And of course, make sure you stay up to date by downloading that Atlanta News First app for developing stories like these. We'll be keeping you up to date there, and we'll see you back here for our Atlanta News First newscast starting at 3. Have a great day and a wonderful weekend.